Alright, today we're going to do some repotting, what I've wanted to do for a while. So, Thalia here is all done blooming, and I've had her soaked so that the roots are nice and soft and flexible, and hopefully I won't damage them doing this. So the first thing I'm going to do is get this support off. I don't need that now. Because then the next thing I'm going to do is clip the flower stalk here. And I've sterilized these, so we don't want to, don't want to get any pathogens in the open cut. Off you go. Alright. Cute little leaves. I know some people are think orchids are only great when they're in bloom, but I honestly love them just as greenhouse plants. So let's get her out of there. There you go. Oh, that is stuck to the pot. You are just in there. Come on. I might have to cut the pot off, which is fine. This is a cheap pot. I would not reuse it. Come on. Come out. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut the pot off. That's fine. Tough scissors. There. If it was a very nice pot, I'd try harder to get her out without damaging the pot, but this is not a very nice pot. This is a terrible pot. Look at that, just 3 little holes. Oh, yeah, that root is just glommed on there. Because they're epiphytes and they're meant to, hold on to trees, orchid roots are very good at gripping even relatively smooth surfaces. Man, that just does not want to let go down there. Come on. Come off. You can do it. Alright, there we go. Got her out. Now we're going to get all this stuff off. This is cocoa core, which is, a lot of nurseries use it. It's good for seedlings. Oh look, she has a little seedling plug too. Man, so tiny, and yet already in her second pot, and now I'm putting her in a third. Not quite a pot. We're going to sort of half pot, half mount her, because I've got this, which is cholla wood. Cholla cactus. I grew up down in southern Utah, and the house I lived in there had a big old cholla in the backyard. And, wow, that's not a very happy root, but it's going to have to do. Alright, we got a little bit of dead root that I want to trim off. So I use the sterile scissors for that. Oop, oh, that just came off. Alright, you don't want to trim any of the good bits, but you get that last little dead bit there. Let's see, anything else? This is just interesting because that's flat through there but live at the tip, so I guess we'll leave it alone. That one's dead. You can come off. And this one's not very happy, but it's good at the tip. Any other dead roots? Nope. Alright, I'm going to give her a little dip. Rinse some of her dirt off. Be nice and clean. And now, get this aside. Our scissors out of the way. Now comes the fun part, because we're going to try to tuck her into her new, not quite a pot. And this should be exciting. Alright. Fortunately, I think I can do this without doing her any harm. Because the roots are flexible. There. And this part will fit in very nicely. Once I get that big part that was stuck to the bottom, whoop! Oh dear. Alright, come on. You can do it. I get at it from the underside. Boy, this is such an entertaining video. Watching me be awkward, stuffing roots into a weird log. I hope you're entertained. Yeah. Get down. I want you all the way to the bottom. All right. Okay. This is not quite going to plan, but that's all right. Just keep trying till we get most of these roots on the inside. Some of them are going to spill out the outside. And the idea, of course, is they'll grow in and around and through those holes to give lots of support and, you know, kind of like they would in nature, grow on logs, although of course cholla and phalaenopsis orchids certainly don't live in the same part of the world. I forget where phalaenopsis are from right now. My brain's not coming up with that. Somewhere semi-tropical, I think. I'm going to leave that root outside. We'll leave that one outside. And I'm just going to tuck these further down. I'm sorry, I need to keep this centered in the camera. I'm not very good at film stuff, I will say. Fully admit that I'm just kind of terrible at it. But you know, I'm learning. Alright, so I want to get this little nub down in because I think that'll stabilize her really well. Let's see. Ah, there. There we go. One little root out. Oh, maybe I'll tuck the end back in to encourage that to grow through to the inside. Yeah, maybe we'll just rubber band it down. I've got some of these little transparent hair elastics because I think that's better than using thread or fishing line. Oh dear. Okay, that's not stretchy enough. I thought these would go all the way around, but obviously I need bigger ones. Oh well, that can just hang loose. Alright, now that she's in there, we want to have a little assistance keeping her roots moistened. She could just hang out like this, but I would have to water her like at least every day, maybe twice a day to keep her wet enough. So we're going to get a little poker, and we're just going to fill up the rest of this space in here with sphagnum. That'll keep things nice and damp. Even though she's a tiny orchid, not much water storage capacity, but the sphagnum will help. And that way I'll probably only have to water her. I mean, still pretty often, because the holes in this, it's going to dry out, but that's okay. We'll water her, you know, every couple of days probably. Check on her. I really appreciate that phalaenopsis lets you know when they're thirsty just by the color of the roots. So this nice green here, of course, means that she just got watered because she just spent like 20 minutes soaking. But when she's thirsty, the roots will turn a more silvery, pale color. I have some cattleyas, and they turn white, which is interesting. My cattleyas aren't doing as well. I don't know what I'm doing with them as much. And the roots are more delicate on a cattleya, so even though I'm not sure I have them in the right medium, I don't want to repot them just because I'm not sure, because that might set them back even further. And of course, one of the ones I got came with snail eggs, so I don't think its roots were happy when I got it. And they're certainly not happy now, but, you know, it's just going to have to deal. Anyways, this guy, this little Thalia there, look at that. Absolutely lovely little mount. And I'll just park her on a windowsill, and she will be happy as can be. Alright, thank you for joining me, and I'm sure I'll have more fun plant stuff again soon. Goodbye.